Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast today. Some 25,000 Cleveland households will begin receiving automated waste collection and curbside recycling service next spring. Commissioner of Cleveland Division and Waste Collection, Ronnie Owens, is here to talk more about these Cleveland services. Then we will hear from Liz Jones and Dahlia Harris of the Jewish Family Service Association. Later on the broadcast, Marcella Brown and Andre Bryan will talk about CAAO's annual auction. Good morning again. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we beginning with a friendly face around here. We've had him here many times before. Ronnie Owens, who's Commissioner of Cleveland Division of Waste Collection. Hey, Ronnie.
Good morning.
Good morning. City Hall is doing well?
Yes, City Hall is doing very well.
Good for you. Good for you. You've been there for some years now, handling waste collection and all of that, right?
Yes.
You've got an automated waste collection thing that I know you're excited about, and curbside recycling program. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, this is a new program that the City of Cleveland is implementing. What we're doing is, instead of collecting garbage the old manual way, we're starting to collect it with automated equipment. That is, with one driver in the truck, we will have carts for the residents of the City of Cleveland. That truck will automatically reach out, grab that garbage can, bring it back in, dump it, and we'll be able to move forward with a collection of the trash.
Does it have to be a specific kind of garbage can?
Yes, it does. And we are providing each resident with two carts. One cart for regular garbage, and then the other cart for recycling. We're asking for the residents to put their glass, the plastics, the metal, and the aluminum cans, the newspaper, cardboard into that blue container, and everything else they can put into the gray container.
Now, when does all of this start?
We actually implemented a program back in 2007. A pilot program, but we are expanding to 25,000 more households starting April of 2011.
Yeah, how many households are we talking about in the city that you have to service?
Well, that's the beauty of it. We service about 150,000 households each week. Therefore, the City of Cleveland, we are planning on phasing this in over a 4 to 5 year period of expanding to our automated collection program.
Are we getting much more oriented toward recycling in the City of Cleveland?
Yes, we are. The residents are very interested in recycling now, not only through our curbside program, but through our drop-off program. And right now we are in the process of recycling close to 10,000 tons of material this year. So that's definitely a plus for the City of Cleveland.
A lot of people wonder, where does all of that stuff go? They put it at the curb and your workers come by and pick it up. Where does it go?
Yeah, that's the other interesting part about this, that it goes into actually a landfill if we are not recycling our material. And that landfill space is starting to close up, and we have to drive farther and farther away to dispose of this trash. So that's another beauty for us to be recycling, because we are actually getting paid for our recyclables. So when we take our material from the curb, deliver it to our processor who sorts out all that material, and then that material is sold on the market, and then they take those plastic bottles and make different things into it, whether it's a table. I even heard of clothes being made out of those plastic bottles.
I've seen shoes that have been made out of some of those plastic water bottles that we see all over the place.
Exactly.
You mentioned a couple of minutes ago that this was a pilot program you began in 2007. What did you learn as a result of that pilot program?
Well, we learned a lot of great things through this pilot program, and I think that's one of the reasons why Mayor Jackson approved for us to be able to expand this program. But we learned that we saved a lot of money as it relates to workers' comp injuries. That reduces the number of injuries that my employees are having. Normally in the Division of Waste Collection, every other day we were incurring some sort of injury. Now those injuries have expanded to go every other week. So again, reducing our workers' comp claims, therefore, reduces the amount of money that we have to pay for workers' comp. And then we learned that residents really do want to recycle in Cleveland, and they're very interested in this program. One of the main problems, or one of the main questions that we always hear is, when is this program coming into my neighborhood? And so that's why we're glad that we are expanding to 25,000 more households.
Is this going to cost the residents any more?
No, it shouldn't cost them any additional money. It shouldn't even change their regular collection day. Only thing that we are asking them to do is to change the way that they normally throw away their trash. It's a culture change. Instead of having that plastic bottle or that can thrown into your waste container, we're asking you to put it into a recycling container and bring it out to the curb for us to pick it up.
And people have to get, that's a mindset change for some people.
Yes, it is. People have just gotten used to, in the city of Cleveland, just putting their trash out on your regular trash day. When you come home, it's gone. But now we're just asking you to take that extra step to help us make this program successful.
You and I were chatting just before with one of our studio employees here, our floor director. We were talking about that old phrase, every litter bit hurts. You remember that old phrase?
Yes,
we were
sir.
talking about that. And we're talking about cleaning up a lot of the litter, too, because we see too many of those plastic bottles strewn along the curbside, not only in the city of Cleveland, but in many of the surrounding areas, the suburbs, everywhere you go. We see too many of that. That will cut into that litter at the curbside, won't it?
Yes, it will. And what we're asking folks to do with that, even when they do see those cans littering the street or that paper littering the street, if it's not contaminated, put that in the recycling bin. So that even when you pick up your litter or if you're recycling in your home, it just helps us out a great deal.
That's one of the things I do. Not that I should be patted on the back, but we're talking about this kind of thing. If I see trash in the front of my house in the street, I will go pick it up. I mean, unless it's something that I don't want to be involved in. You know?
Right.
You know, if it's too big or something, I'll call somebody, but I'll pick it up and put it in the garbage can. I don't want it to destroy what my neighborhood looks like, what my home looks like.
Right.
So
that's the same thing my father taught me, is to make sure you clean your neighborhood, clean your right in front of your home, to make sure that it's keeping your property value up and keeping your home looking nice.
Ronnie, you and I could have grown up in the same household. I think our fathers must have talked to each other.
Yes, sir.
The phone number where you can get more information on this is 664-3717, or you can go to cleveland-oh.gov. More information on everything we've been talking about. We've been chatting with Ronnie Owens, who's Commissioner of the Cleveland Division of Waste Collection. Always good to see you, Commissioner.
You too. Thank you.
Be well, my friend. Be well. I'll take a break in a moment. We'll return with more of Kaleidoscope after this. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. Dahlia Harris is outreach educator of the Jewish Family Service Association of Cleveland, or JFSA, Expect Respect program. She's going to talk about that. She, along with the student Liz Jones, will explain how the JFSA is working to break the cycle of domestic violence. Good to have you with us. Dahlia Harris, seated next to me, and Liz Jones, the student, seated on the outside. Good to have you both with us. Tell me, what is the mission of the JFSA, the Jewish Family Service Association?
Generally, Jewish Family Service Association serves to meet the needs of various populations within the Northeast Ohio area and Cleveland. And our division, which is the Families at Risk Division, works mainly with survivors of domestic abuse, and our program tries to do prevention of dating violence.
Yeah. October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so you're doing a lot regarding that.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about the Expect Respect program. What's that mean?
Expect Respect, our main goal is to work with young people, hopefully before they get into very serious relationships, and help them to understand what a healthy relationship is and to choose wisely and understand what the warning signs are of an unhealthy relationship, so that they can avoid some of the pitfalls that happen in adulthood with bad relationships.
And you've got students involved. So you brought a student with you. Liz Jones,
Yes.
you're a student. Where are you a student at?
I'm a student at Solon High School. I'm a senior.
Well, what do you think about this Expect Respect program? You're involved in
Yes,
this. What's it mean to you?
Expect Respect means that every student and every person really needs to treat the other people around them with respect and not to abuse them in any way, and not to do things that would be bad for them. So we go to different schools and we present our 45-minute play, which shows some of the negative things that students can do to each other and the ways in which people can abuse each other in friendships and in teen dating relationships. And after that, we have a 45-minute approximately discussion with our advisory panel members who are trained psychologically in this area. And we talk to students and we sort of make sure that they understand the issues.
Dahlia, where do you take this play? I mean, who can see this play?
We actually are a part of a collaborative. So our part of it is mostly the Cuyahoga county area. But there's a larger project called the TINA Project, which goes to many different counties, and it's a collaboration. And so we work with the other counties. In Cuyahoga County, we work with the Rape Crisis Center and the Domestic Violence Center to bring teen dating violence education to any high school or middle school in the Cleveland area.
Liz, we see problems in teen dating, don't we? Where sometimes in a relationship, a boy wants demands on a girl. That's what we're talking about, right?
Absolutely.
Or I was certain it could be vice versa as well.
Oh, yes, that's definitely something that we're trying to bring to light. A lot of people have these preconceived stereotypes that abuse in a relationship is a boy hitting a girl or a boy doing something to a girl. And when we take our play to different high schools, we definitely try to highlight the different ways in which people can disrespect each other. A lot of the times you do see the boy disrespecting the girl, but in one of the relationships in our play, two characters, Jen and Phil, Jen is actually the abusive one who is controlling and manipulating her boyfriend Phil. So we definitely try to break those stereotypes and show students what's really going on.
Can this play go to other places? Now, what if somebody says, I would love to see this play? What do they do?
They would just give us a call and we would talk with them. We often do parent performances as well, which basically the entire, anybody can come and see. And I will say that it is, we try to make it as realistic as possible. So certain ages may not be appropriate, but we would love for anybody to be able to see the play.
I've got a phone number on the screen, 292-3999 in the 216 area code, as you can see. That's to the Jewish Family Service Association, also known as JFSA.
Correct.
You've got a big fundraiser coming up on October the 26th. Tell me a little bit about that now.
Sure. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and again, it's to raise awareness about dating violence, and also our program is a prevention program, and prevention programs don't make very much money, so this is our way of being able to continue to do the work that we do. So on the 26th, we have 10 restaurants in various areas that are partnering with us, and if you bring a flyer in, which is downloadable from our website, then a percentage of the profits would go directly to JFSA's Expect Respect program.
And we've got that website on the bottom of the screen, right below the phone number, the website. And this is going to be October the 26th, which is a Tuesday.
Correct.
At Legacy Village, right?
Legacy Village, Paladar at Eaton, and the kosher restaurants on Cedar and Green Road.
What time do you start?
It's basically as when the restaurants open, so it could be lunch through dinner time.
So everybody who goes there can make a contribution to the fund of the Jewish Family Service Association.
Right, and there are those flyers again that you would need to bring with you in order to receive that contribution. So those are downloadable from the JFSA website.
And that is then they are downloadable at your website, jfsa-cleveland.org.
Correct.
Good to have you on the broadcast.
Thank you
so much. Dahlia Harris, who's outreach educator for the JFSA Expect Respect program, and Liz Jones, who's a student at Solar High School, a senior there. She is with the JFSA Expect Respect program. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast.
Thank you.
We wish you well, and we respect each other, don't we? I expect respect, and you do too. So we give it back and forth. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast. I'll take a break. I'll be right back in just a moment. Glad to have you with us here on Kaleidoscope today. The Consortium of African American Organizations is holding its annual auction to raise funds to support its programs. Assistant Director Marcella Brown and Andre Bryan of APB and Associates are here to explain how you can participate. Good to have you with us, Marcella and Andre.
Thank you.
Tell me, Marcella, you're the Assistant Director of CAAO, as it is called, the Consortium of African American Organizations. What is the mission of CAAO?
The mission of CAAO is to utilize the collective resources of Northeast Ohio's African American professionals and professional organizations to promote economic development, empowerment, and access to opportunities in our community.
And we're all looking for opportunities, aren't we, Andre?
Absolutely.
You're
yes,
the owner of APB and Associates?
Yes, I am, Leon.
What does APB and Associates do?
We are a consulting firm, home-based here in Cleveland, Ohio, and we consult in business development for project management, as well as Lean Six Sigma, process improvement for manufacturing, construction, and healthcare companies.
So your mission and the mission of CAAO, the Consortium of African American Organizations, fits hand in glove,
hand
right?
in glove, absolutely.
Fits real nicely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You're here to talk about a big auction. Tell me about this auction now.
Sure. Well, CAAO is next year will be celebrating its 10th anniversary, and for the past several years we've had an auction, an executive auction, in which we auction off time with over 50 Northeast Ohio area executives from major corporations as well as celebrities. And the success of that auction really showed us that we needed to provide the same opportunity for some of our entrepreneurs, minority and small business owners to promote their products and services in our community and just get the word out about the good things that they're doing and all the services they provide. And so this is the second year of our business showcase auction, in which we provide entrepreneurs and business owners with an opportunity to showcase their products and services, do it in a way that is charitable, and really provide people with opportunities to learn more about what they do, what they offer, and get it at a greatly reduced rate.
So if I see something, a service that I want, I can make a bid on that.
Absolutely.
And if I was the highest bid, then that service would be provided for me.
That is correct.
Okay. Tell me, Andre, what do you think about this? How do you fit into this auction now? Give me an idea of some of the things that are going to be auctioned off.
There's some great things, everything from concert tickets, so for young folks that would love to go to a concert for Lady Gaga, all the way to business items that really help small business owners in their development. Going back to the executive auction, like Marcella mentioned, I had an opportunity to meet with some senior level executives, and everyone from the president of Forest City, Charter One Bank, etc., that normally as a small business owner I would never have that chance.
It gave you an opportunity.
It gave me an opportunity, and now as a business owner I'm auctioning off an opportunity for someone to get certified as a project manager.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the funds that we raise from auctioning off our services goes directly to improving CAAO's programming.
How can we plug into the auction now? Where is the auction, Marcella? How does the auction work online?
Sure. It is an online auction. You can visit CAAO.net to link onto the actual auction website, which is biddingforgood.com, and just search CAAO out of the many companies and organizations that are providing goods and services and hosting auctions. The auction will run until the end of this month, until October 31st. And at any time during the month, day or night, 24 hours a day, people can log on to Bidding for Good and make bids on the over 70 items that are being auctioned off. This event is sponsored by Medical Mutual of Ohio, PNC, the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, and Case Western Reserve University. And it's, again, a great opportunity for people to link into the many minority and small business owners that have decided to donate products.
And all of this is kind of a fundraiser for CAAO as well.
That is correct. It is definitely a fundraiser for CAAO, but really we're very excited to offer these 70 business owners an opportunity to have access and publicity for the businesses that they are operating, and also for the services they provide.
I've got about a minute remaining. Your thoughts on all of this, Andre Bryan?
Yeah, what I'd like to add, Leon, is that the fundraiser really goes to support our programming at CAAO. We've got a Youth Innovation Forum program that allows teenagers and young kids, primarily African American, to learn about products and developing products, and actually they create products for the major companies in the area and learn how to develop those. We also have a Stride program, which allows small business owners to come in and learn how to develop their business. So we've got some great programming in addition to the auction, and this is one of the best kept secrets, I think, that this is a great opportunity for us to share with the community what we do at CAAO.
And Marcella, as we conclude here, the auction is going on right now.
Right now.
Right now until the end of October, right?
That's correct.
You mean if I were to log into CAAO.net, boom, I'm there.
You're there.
I'm in the auction.
You're there.
I can say $300.
And the best to the best bidder.
The best bidder. And you can follow, and if somebody outbids you, you can keep up with where that bid is.
That's
on
correct.
that particular thing that you're bidding on, that service that you're bidding on. How nice. Such a wonderful idea.
Thank you.
Marcella, always good to see you. Marcella Brown's Assistant Director of CAAO, the Consortium of African American Organizations, and Andre Bryan is the owner of APB and Associates, and very much involved in CAAO as well. CAAO.net is the email, is the website rather, and the phone number is 432-0481, as you see at the bottom of the television screen. Good to have you with us, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
This is Kaleidoscope. We try to be the best we can be. And thank you for being so wonderful in our community as well. I'm going to come back with Marcia Maccabee of the Urban League. She offers some words of wisdom and some personal thoughts after this. Here's Marcia Maccabee of the Urban League. She often joins us and always brings words of wisdom and thoughtful thoughts, if I can say that. Hey, Marcia.
Hey, how you doing, Leon?
Okay.
Good. Wanted to share today a recent experience that I had. The One Nation Working Together March in Washington, D.C. occurred recently, about a week ago, a couple of weeks by the time we air. And one of the things that was really touching for me and important is I saw many young people, teenagers, and young professionals at this event. And what that triggered for me is that there is such a disconnect today from the younger generation to what happened in the civil rights movement, that attending that One Nation Working Together March really sort of reconnected them to the energy of our country, the importance of the changes that need to take place in our country, and it really was a wonderful kind of observation to see all generations coming together around issues of jobs and justice and the things that we need to move our country.
Those are the things that we have to continue to teach to all of the children everywhere across America.
Absolutely.
Kids need to know the history of how we got to where we are to the year 2010.
Absolutely.
How we got to the 21st century. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that only hearing or seeing on TV what happened during the March on Washington, to actually be there at the Lincoln Memorial and be on the grounds where all that occurred, I saw a sort of impact and lights go on in young people's eyes that, you know, there really is something about joining together and being committed to a common purpose.
In our final 15 seconds, were you inspired by all of this?
I indeed was. I indeed was. It took me back. I was certainly a teenager during the March on Washington, but I had family members who participated, so it took me back and rekindled me.
Good deal. Marcia Maccabee, always with words of wisdom. Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you,
We'll both say so long. That's Kaleidoscope for today.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.